am sick of how the medical field is. All right, we all know that the way the medical field set up is set up for money. It ain't set up for healthcare. It ain't really set up for. But pisses me off the most when it comes to what's going on in the medical field is that you don't even see your doctor no more. All right, I don't like going to the doctor. I'm gonna go because I need to. If there's certain things that I feel like I need to go to the doctor for, I'm gonna go. Right, but I don't want to go to my goddamn doctor and don't even see my doctor. Why am I seeing a nurse practitioner every time I go? I ain't even go to the doctor. I took my grandma to the doctor today, and this is her first visit to the doctor, to see this doctor, and she was gonna see a nurse practitioner. Now they messed up her schedule and she ended up couldn't go. She had to get rescheduled. But how is it that you can sit here and say your very first visit you're gonna see a nurse practitioner, not the doctor, not the specialist that you're going for? You're gonna see a nurse practitioner. That's the stupidest shit. That's the stupidest shit, because now I don't even know who the doctor gonna be. Like, I don't even know who this doctor gonna be, because you ain't even gave me a chance to meet the doctor. What's the point of being having a doctor if they don't even want to see their patients? What kind of bullshit is that? I just don't understand it, and I think it's fucked up. And yes, I know I'm cussing, and I don't give a shit, because that's how pissed off it makes me to see that you have these older people and you have even younger people, but you got these people going to the doctors expected to see their doctor, the doctor that they may have been seeing for years. Now they don't even get to see, they don't even know what their doctor look like no more. Because why? Because all they got is nurse practitioner showing up. And a nurse practitioner can do so much. And don't get me wrong, I think nurses are much better than doctors at times. Sometimes they got better bedside manners. But the whole point of the doctor who went to school for the specialty that they're in is to come help their patients. And so I'm coming to you, you're the specialist. The specialist. Okay? You're not the general practitioner. You are the specialist. Why am I seeing your nurse practitioner or your physician's assistant when I should be talking to you directly? But yet your nurse practitioner and your physician's assistant, all right, now don't you hit me now. Your nurse practitioner and your physician's assistant ain't getting paid the dollars like you getting paid. But they the ones doing all the work. Yeah, there's construction on this road, so it's gonna be a lot of bumps. Okay, but anyway, they ain't getting paid like you getting paid as the doctor, but yet they the ones doing the brunt of the work. It's crap. It's straight up crap, and it's not fair to the patient who is supposed to be coming to see the doctor. I don't like it. I don't like the way systems are set up now, to where I'm sorry, I'm sick of these chat GPT doctors too, because why they don't pay attention to the medications. They just prescribe you medications. I know that's big pharma. I already know that's big pharma, but you just prescribe medication. You ain't even looking. You have these patients, and the older people, when they get older, they just start prescribing them all the stuff. And older people have a tendency to want to trust whatever their doctor tell them, because they putting their trust in their healthcare professional, even though their healthcare professional is not putting a whole lot of trust in them. But anyway, you go, and now they got a list of all these medications, and the doctors don't even look, or the nurse practitioners or the physician's assistant ain't even looking at the medication that they're taking, and then they just prescribe something else, because all they doing is listening for that one word, that one key word. And they said they got indigestion. Oh, they got GERD. So let's give them something for the GERD. Or I've had stomach issues. Oh, you might have diverticulitis. Like, you got all these things. So let's prescribe you this. You're pre-diabetic is always my favorite to hear. You're pre-diabetic. So we're gonna prescribe you with the GLPs and all this stuff. Just to prevent. It's preventative. Now, instead of you just saying, let's talk about your lifestyle, let's look at what medications you're taking, because these medications that you're taking may just very well be the medication that's causing these issues. So let's look, and let's go and see, okay, you taking this medication, maybe this medication is messing with this medication, this medication directly contradicts this medication, but they ain't seeing all of that, because see, that take up time, and insurance and big pharma ain't gonna allow you to take that much time. So we just say, oh, we let the nurse practitioner do it instead. And even then, they get to the point where they so overwhelmed that they don't do that. So if you were to do these things, and you were to actually sit down with your patients as the doctor and look, and you knew about these medications, or if it's a medication that you may not know, you look it up, because you have the resources to know where to look to find out if these medications are actually the right things, as opposed to, you know, everybody say Google is free. Google ain't always right. Okay, because if you don't know what you're looking for, and you start looking for, you find the wrong things, you find the wrong information, and therefore this is where we get misinformation. Okay, so but anyway, and my thing to say before I get up off this thing is that I'm sick of going to doctors, or taking my grandparents to doctors, and they're not being able to see their doctor, their actual doctor. My poor clients talk about how they ain't seen their doctor in years. They go to their doctor all the time, but they ain't even actually seen their actual doctor. All they see is nurse practitioners, physician assistants, but they don't even know what their doctor look like no more. But they ain't got no problem with that doctor being that doctor's that when you get the invoice and you get that bill, that doctor show up on that paperwork, don't it? It's a shame. Anyway, that's it.